Aloha. Good morning. Aloha once again. Welcome to another episode of This is Our Quarantine Life. Oh, just kidding. No. Okay, this is the Aloha Art Ambassadors channel, and we are coming to you live today. We're going to make some fun stuff. So if you're jumping on, how about you let me know that in the comments and where you're from. If you're tuning in live, if you could throw a hashtag live on there, or you can join us later. We'll be posting this on the channel for later viewing. So good morning. Aloha. Gonna wait just a little bit. But let's talk about some things. First of all, I want to say, oh, hi, Jan. I wanted to say thank you to Jan for once again having me on the channel to show you guys some fun stuff. Excuse me. I'm gonna get a little drink of water. Yeah, so did you catch her painting tutorial yesterday? So fun. I did. We did this. We are having so much fun. Oh, thanks, Jan. You're precious. Thank you. We're having so much fun painting, getting our paint on. So this is what we did this week. That was super fun. I know she'll be having another one. I'm not exactly sure when it is, but you can find all that information on her Instagram. Oh, thank you. That was super fun to paint. You can find all that information on her Instagram, probably her Facebook page, and yeah, we're having so much fun painting. But let's get to today. All right, so we're gonna do drop earrings. Something similar to this. Yours are going to look a little bit different, as we all have different beads, obviously. I have some pearls on sterling silver, and then these are check glass. This is such a neat bead. I love these. They're called a Picasso, and I have these on 14 karat gold, which is a little challenging to see, but hopefully you get the idea. All right, so that's what we're gonna make, a variation of that today. So let's get into tools. All right, so you should have your tools. Again, I have this nifty kit, love this kit, but you will need a chain nose plier. He's the flat guy. Hopefully you can see this. I did clean off my camera lens this time, but it still seems a little bit hazy, so I do apologize for that. But hopefully you'll be able to see. Okay, chain nose pliers and a round nose plier. Kind of looks like a birdie beak. Hopefully you can see that. Nope, not too well. Let's try this again. So you can kind of see that those are round nose. Excuse me. And the bent nose. These are kind of fun. All right, so we've got our pliers. And we need a flush cutter. Sorry, somebody was texting me. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have any technical anything going on. Oh, I didn't show you my shirt. I wore it especially for today. It says Aloha. Yay. Anyway, can't really see it too well. Flush cutters. Need our flush cutters. All right. And some head pins. I asked you to get like 3 or 4, just in case we make a little mistake or something. Thank you. Aloha. It's a fun shirt. Our church makes all these little fun shirts, so I try to support them. Yeah, so we have our head pins, and we need earring wires. Make sure that they kind of match, because sometimes the bend and the curve on them will be a little bit different, so I try to really match them up and make it look really professional. So that's 2 right there, if you can't tell. I'm gonna get the hang of this someday. That looks really fuzzy to me. I'm sorry, you guys. All right, and of course you need your beads. So I have these fun beads. They are called pumpkin shape. They do actually look just like pumpkins. I don't know if you can see that. They have like facets in them. Well, maybe not facets. They're like molded to look like pumpkin. But they're this beautiful aqua color and they have some variation in it and they're really shiny and pretty. So that's what I'm going to use today. This is usually how beads will come strung up like this. And they're on like a fishing line usually. Sometimes wire, but fishing line. So what I do to get them open, I just go to the knot. I take my flush cutters, I go below the knot and just give it a snip. And of course, that's gonna happen. Sorry. Uh, it's no fun if you don't have these crazy things going on with live, right? Okay, so hi, Delro. Great to see you. Aloha and good morning. All right, so I want to talk about one of our tools first off today, the flush cutter. So this is an interesting tool. When you look at it, you see it has a flush side. That's the side that we want to put towards our finished product all the time. And I can show you more about that as we go along. It'll make more sense. But you also see that it's slanted. That's so you can get into some tight spaces. But we need to accommodate for that and turn ever so slightly so it's up and down. See how I'm doing? So when I cut with this, I'm going to cut with it tilted a little bit like that. So you'll have a nice flush cut. The other side, when you cut, so that if you have a piece of wire and you're cutting like this side will be nice and flat, and this side will have a little bump. It's like kind of like a little peak. Because you're not, it's weird, you're not actually cutting the wire, you're squeezing it together until it breaks off. I know that seems so weird, but this is as close to a nice flush cut as you can get. Good morning. Hi, Life of Ortiz. Oh, Ortiz family. Hi. Nice to see you. Yeah, so that's our flush cutter, and I'll show you more about that as we go along, but we always want to have this flat side towards our finished product, and we need to compensate for it to be flat. All right, so let's get into this. I hope you have all your stuff. If anyone's following along with me and I get going too fast or something's confusing, please just let me know in the comments and I'll help you out as best I can. All right, so we're gonna take one of our head pins. I'm using the decorative one that has the ball at the end because I just think it looks pretty. We're just gonna pop a bead right on there. And I actually might do two so you can see it better and it'll look pretty. Okay, so next we're gonna take our chain nose pliers. So these are the flat guys. You wanna hold that so the beads are all the way down, that gravity's pulling them all the way down. Sorry, that's Mochi. My husband's coming back in. She's gonna bark for just a second, so I apologize for that. Mochi says good morning. Wait just a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna hold all those down nice and flush, and then I wanna grab that. Oh, thank you. I know when I saw Sunny, I was like, oh, Mochi wants to say hi, but I couldn't post a picture on your tutorial. Anyway, okay, so you see how I've grabbed it right at the top of those beads and right at the tip of my chain nose pliers. So you want to make sure it's in there nice and sturdy, nice and tight. It doesn't have to be at the very, very tip, but you do want it kind of towards the tip. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to just push this at a 45-degree angle. Sometimes you have to hold the bottom of the beads. I'm going to push that all the way over. So hopefully you can see that. Maybe not. Okay. Whoa, this is weird. Sorry, guys. Here, I'll take it out. So 45-degree angle. And when I'm making earrings and different things, I like to do kind of like production. So do all the same steps at once. So I'm gonna get 2 more beads. Oh, good. I'm glad you can see that. Thanks, Jan. 2 more beads, and sometimes there's variations in beads, so you can match them up. You can look for same size, like if they're handmade or a natural substance like shell or wood or something. There's variations, so you can match them up. Or pearls are a great example. Yeah, so I'm going to do the same thing again. I've stacked my beads, and I'm going to grab it at the top and just give it a little push over 45 degrees. So I should have 2 of those now. And we're going to move on and grab our round nose pliers. Okay, so once you get that, take your beads and you're going to grab this right in that little bend right there. And you always want to keep your tools like if you were shaking hands. This is how you hold them. Shaking hands. So you want those nice and straight and flat out. So I'm going to grab right in that little bend. And this didn't get completely pushed down. So I'm going to just adjust that a little bit. Excuse me. So I've got it in there, just right at that point. You want to hold this pretty firmly because now we're going to go back over. Oh, thanks, Jan. I hope that this is easy. I did teach a few classes at the bead shop here, and it was fun. I loved it. So they taught me so much. They're really great down there. All right, so we brought it back over. Now we're going to go grab this again. So we were down here, remember, in this fold, and we went over. And basically, you either turn it over and go up, or you can just grab it like that. Basically, what we're doing right now is forming a loop, which is kind of like the jump rings we used last week. You just need a way to fasten things to it. Okay, so now I'm going to pull this or push this down and around this bottom and back up this side. And I'll show you, you can see it close up better. So I went down and around and through. And then I'm going to take it and hold the beads, and I'm going to take just a slight little turn this way. So you can see how that's lining up pretty well. At the bead shop, we said we're making a little man, and this is his scarf. You got to get his little scarf lined up. So, like that. All right, I'm going to do it on the second one so you can watch again. All right, so we've got the beginning of his scarf, and we're going to grab, again, excuse me, got a little tickle in my throat. All right, so we're going to grab again right at that bend. Oop, trying to get away from me. All right, now up and over the top jaw. So you get the start of a really nice curve there. Then I'm going to take this out, flip it over so that the other jaw won't get in the way. That's why we can't keep going, because that other jaw is just in the way. All right, and then I'm going to go around this guy and up. And then remember to do the little slight turn back. Line everything up. And then you can, excuse me, see that again. So I got my little guy in his scarf. And then I'm going to pull his scarf back down just a hair. Because what we're doing is we're lining up where we initially made that bend. We're lining it up with the scarf because we're going to use that to wrap around and finish this off. So let's do that. you're going to go to your third pair of pliers, your bent nose, and we're going to grab his little head. Sorry, mister. We're going to grab his little head because we want to protect that beautiful that beautiful circle we just made. And now going to, these are my head pins are kind of like, well, they're sterling silver. They should be a little softer. I'm not exactly sure why. These are a little bit more firm. They might be hardened already, half hard. I'm not sure. So normally I can do this with my finger, but I'm going to do it with the chain nose pliers today, and this will make it really nice, like professional, really finished off nice. Okay, so I'm going to grab the tail of that, and I'm going to start wrapping this around his neck. So he's going to get his scarf. And I like to do 3 rotations, but sometimes, as in this case, I don't have enough metal to do that, and that's okay. And then when you get to that little, like, just tiny little edge, that's when I kind of grab it and kind of start easing it between the jaws to get it to lay down. Hang on, I gotta take these off. Sorry. Hopefully you can see this. So I'm gonna just keep working this around and holding on to my pretty little ring, readjusting as needed, and going. I'm just gonna take little bites between the jaws to get that to lay down. And I guess I don't need my cutters this time. Okay, hopefully you can see that where I've wrapped that around. Gosh, this camera just seems so fuzzy, and I'm really sorry for that. Okay, let's do that again so you can see it again. I'm gonna get my little guy with his scarf. I'm gonna start out by protecting his head. And hang on. I'm right-handed. I should just start this out. So why am I using the bent nose? You see how this grabs it and it's nicely out of the way. If I just use the straight ones, they kind of get in the way. And that way I can use the chain nose, the straight ones, to help me wrap it. So I'm going to grab his scarf and start wrapping around his neck again. Grab it right at the end. And we're just going to finish that off. So once you get this down, oh my goodness, your jewelry world will just open up because you can see how so many applications for this. And I'm going to show you some variations today, but once you get this down, oh, it's on. You can do all kinds of jewelry. All right, so let me just make sure. Oh, this guy went a lot faster. Okay, great. So hopefully you can see this. Got the little wrap right there. All nice and neat. All right, so our final step is to grab our ear wire. And if you remember last time, we just twist it open, thread it through, and twist it back. Ta-da! Simple. So I kind of really got into this because, well, I told you part of my story last week, but I was looking at a beautiful necklace here locally. It had a sunrise shell in it, which is kind of, they're kind of rare. They're beautiful, and I just wanted this necklace, but it was over $100, and I was like, it looks so simple. I think I can make this. So I ended up buying it, and then I started taking classes, and yes, it is simple, and you can make it. So yeah, this opens up your earring world for sure. see. Okay, so here's a variation I wanted to show you today. This is going to be a little bit different than what we just did, but very similar. So I thought I would show you how to add charms. So you can add little charms to the end. I have this cute little shy mermaid that I'm going to add. Oh, hang on. I don't know if you can see her. Hopefully. I'm going to add that to these Hawaiian hibiscus flowers. I think these are hibiscus. Yeah, they look pretty much like that. Okay, so let's get started with that. Excuse me, I had a little burp. Life goes on, right? Strange things happen when you're doing live. Okay, so yes, I did actually get these online. It was either Etsy or Amazon, one of those two. And they're not very expensive. These are not sterling silver. I believe these are silver plated, so they'll be a little bit less expensive. But super cute, still great. Okay, so let's start with our head pin. This time I'm going to use the flat head that looks like the nail because we're actually going to cut that little flat head off. And normally I would do this with wire just to save your head pins. But, oh, you're welcome, Jan. Just to save your head pins. But in order to keep the cost down for you guys and just to make it easier, we're going to just use head pins. So this is where our flush cutter comes in. We'll get a chance to try this guy out. So we want the wire part. So this is going to be my finished product over here. So I need to have this flush pointing that way. And I'm going to pull this right to the end, right where that nail head is. Hopefully you can see that. I'm just going to snip that off. I want to make sure I'm nice and straight. I'm going to snip it off. The other thing you need to know for safety with these is to put your finger over this side, the bead side, because it will keep any wire from shooting out or getting in your eye or anything like that. So the important safety feature right there, or safety tip, not a feature, but yeah, safety tip. And you shouldn't get snipped because it's the other side. I've never gotten snipped. I don't know how you would, but anyway, put your finger there, give it a little snip. And I'm going to do the other one as well for production, get everything straight, holding my finger over that, and then I just put the scraps in. If you're using 14 karat gold or you're using sterling silver, go ahead and keep all of your cuttings because you can save those up. I have a friend that saved probably for a really long time, many years. She had a big bag, and then you can ship it somewhere. I don't know exactly where I can get that information if anyone's interested, but they will pay you for your scraps. And she ended up getting like $700 for this little scrap bag. So yeah, save your scraps if you're using real fine metals. All right, so now we don't have a head pin. We're going to put this bead on, and of course it's going to slide right off. But what we're going to do is hold it in the middle, and I'm going to, yes, definitely. You don't want to waste anything. And these metals, you know, they get expensive. This time, actually, I don't need to use those. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, so let's just go ahead and push that over. So we're starting like the little man again. All right. And then you're going to flip it over, hold all that flush at the bottom, and just bend that guy over again. All right. So you end up with something like this. So it won't fall off. All right. I'm going to do that on the second one. I love these beads. They're so cute. They look like little Hawaiian flower hibiscus. And they come in different colors. I don't know. I'm kind of on a turquoise aqua kick today. I don't know. Okay, bending this over. And the other side. All right, so now we have two of these with two little tails. Now, let's let's go get our round nose pliers again. And it'll be a little bit squishy, but you need to get the tip back under that bend. And I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, we're gonna get that tip in there. You know what? I wonder if that, yeah. Next time I will not have this light on over my head because I feel like it's too much glare off the painting and stuff. Maybe that will be better. I'm gonna get this down. Yeah, so much fun. Okay, so we're gonna get that in there and go again. Fold it right over that top jaw, pull it out, turn over, stick it right back in that hole, and make the scarf. Get his scarf. This one's gonna be a tiny one, super tiny little scarf. And do your little turn. And then you can leave that for now. We're gonna go over and do the other side. So this time, we are going to end up making two. And we're not going to wrap it. Okay, turning over. Okay, sorry. Turning it over and following all the way through. You can see that two tiny little scarf guys. And then do your little, I wouldn't say it's a quarter turn, but just a tiny little turn. All right, and make any adjustments. If it's gotten a little bit crooked, you can go through and straighten it up a little bit. How you guys doing? You hanging in there? If anyone's making these right now, please let me know if I need to slow down or anything. All right, so we've got the two little rounds there. So we're kind of making like jump rings, but they're attached. But now we have that little tail to deal with. We're not going to wrap it this time because we want to have easy access to be able to attach these to things. And so we need to cut that little guy off. So back to the flush cutters. And our finished product is going to be this way. So I want the V towards the tail end, if that makes sense, and the flat towards the round end. So I've got the circle and then the tail. And what we're going to do, hang on, let me see if that works better. I need to cut this tail off right here. Sorry, right here. Okay, so it'll fit on the inside of the ring. See how we're making a jump ring, kind of? I'm going to cut it on that side, and then this will all be excess. Next time, I will also have a little whiteboard so I can show you this. Hopefully this makes sense. If not, write to me in the comments, and I can talk you through it, or maybe we can FaceTime. I'll help anyone, whatever you need. All right, so I'm going to go on the inside. And I'll try to show you this up close. You notice I've got my flush cut towards the circle there, and the V is towards the tail, towards the end of the scarf. And I've got it on the inside of that circle. I'm going to hold on to the end of it, and I'm going to give it a little snip. And hopefully it'll make more sense when you see it. See how it's almost already closed up? Yeah, so that's what we're doing with that. I'm going to get the other one and get on the inside there, holding on to the tail so it doesn't fly off anywhere. All right, so now we've got two little rings there. Awesome. We're almost done. Let's see. Ear wires, we'll attach that. Found two more that matched up. And we'll open that up with a little twist. Again. If you weren't here last week, you might not have seen that. And actually, I skipped a little quick step. Let's go ahead and close this off. We want to line it up really well. Make it nice, professional. All right, and then we're gonna hang this guy right on the end of our ear wire, and then we'll twist that back, get it closed up, and then so on some charms they'll have a jump ring attached, some won't. It's usually a good idea to add a jump ring, which I did earlier just to save time. I added that little jump ring. With this, you wouldn't actually have to because you've got the ring here. But sometimes if you don't add that jump ring, it hangs kind of funny, like it'll be sideways or whatever. So I did add that today, and let's see how it works. I wasn't sure how it was going to hang, so I thought, well, I'll just put one on there. Okay, so I'm going to open this bottom just like a jump ring. We're going to twist the twist and pull. If you weren't here last week, I discussed that. So jump rings need to go kind of back and forth like a push pull this way instead of this way. Same procedure here. So yeah, we want to go this way and then line it back up. Okay, I've got her on there, and I think a jump ring was a good call because she's hanging pretty well like that. That turned out actually pretty cute. Oh, so sorry. You get it. Stop. So that's how you would attach a charm. And yeah, so the kind of the sky is the limit. Oh, thank you. I have some of these feathers, which I thought would be really cute. Sorry, there you go. Thought that would be really cute with like turquoise beads. These are too little. Or I had some amethyst. You can barely see that, but yeah. So you can do all kinds of stuff. And of course, I had the pearls and that. Super fun. Do you guys have any questions for me? Um, oh, so I did say that I was going to have surprises today. So I was thinking, it would be really fun to have like a little giveaway. And this is not affiliated with YouTube or with Instagram or anything. This is just all me. They are not affiliated at all. So I just want to make that known. But I thought it would be fun to give away the earrings that I make. So I'm going to give away this pair from last week. It's pretty blue tassels. I will give away the pumpkins from this week. These guys. And I will throw in the Shy Mermaid. I'll finish the other one. So I have three. Thanks, Jan. I have 3 pairs to give away today. And all I ask is that you like this video. And I was thinking it might be kind of fun if you nominate somebody kind of like in the comments. You could tell me somebody who you would love to just really make their day, you'd love to spread some aloha to, and I will gift them to your friend or whomever you nominate. All right, so that's the contest. We'll put the information in the comments or somewhere. It'll be out there. Oh, thanks, Jan. Yeah, I thought it might be fun to spread the aloha a little farther so I can ship those out and bless somebody with that. But yeah, if you guys don't have any other questions, let me talk about next week. All right, so we're on the earring kick. We're going to have these guys. I'm calling them a swing earring. I don't really know what it's called, but yeah, so these have believe this is apatite. I don't know. I'll have to check on the gem for you. Or it might be, I don't know. I can't think right now what it is. But I'm calling them a swing earring. And I've got a semi-precious gem on sterling silver. So we'll be making that next week. I'm actually going to use a different bead than this. Yeah, so we need small beads. We will put up all of the supplies and tools you need for that one on the Instagram page, and it'll be out there. Facebook, I'll put it on my Facebook too. But yeah, Thanks, guys. I want to just thank you so much for allowing me to do this and hang out with me today. I hope that you learned something new and this was a bright spot in your day. I know these are kind of interesting times, different for us. Oh, almost forgot. I need two shout outs. Okay, how about we'll say Jan's asking when would the deadline be for people to nominate? How about we'll say by next Wednesday? We'll give you a whole week and then I will ship them out next week. That'd be a great idea. And I need to do two shout outs to some of my favorite people. Shout out to Asher Sands. It's his birthday today. Love him. He's my sweet friend's son, and he's like a nephew to me. It's his birthday. Wonderful, wonderful guy. Good heart. I think he's like 16, 17. I don't remember. Sorry, Asher. But shout out to Asher. And another shout out to my sweet friend Ariel. It is her birthday today too, Ariel Scheidman. She's turning 11. That's such a great age. She's precious, sweet, sweet, sweet girl. And she did our tutorial last week and made her earrings. Yes. So happy birthday, Ariel. Happy birthday, Asher. Yeah, I hope to see you guys soon. Join me next week for these. I think Jan has a tutorial coming out next week. Am I right, Jan? When is your next painting tutorial? She will let us know. That should be fun. We've been doing a lot of great things. And yeah, I think we have some more exciting things coming down the pipeline. Next Friday at 10 a.m. All right, that's going to be great. I'll join you for that, Jan. Hopefully, we'll get some other painting up and some other surprises. That one's going to be on the Four Season Resort Facebook page. And I'm sure we'll have information linking to that as it gets a little closer. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Aloha to you until next time. And oh, one last thing. I know I keep thinking of these things. Oh. All right. So if there's something that you want to make or you can think of a good project, because this is my last one, I thought, it might be fun if you guys, wanted to make a bracelet or a necklace. You could put that in the comments and I'll design something and we'll just keep going. Yeah. All right. Thanks, guys. Aloha to you. We'll see you next week. Bye.